Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Ryan Duffy, and we're here to see some flat track racing. Now, flat track racing is kind of like motocross in that they're going in circles, except it's without the jumps and it's a whole lot faster. Today, we're at the Lucas Oil Indy Mile, which is the biggest race in the sport.
There's a lot of cool things that's going to happen tonight, and that's what these people want to come here to see, is how did these darn guys get so fast sliding a motorcycle?
Flat track racing is a distinctly American phenomenon, and it's the wellspring for all motorcycle racing worldwide. It's the first competitive motorcycle racing discipline to average speeds of 100 miles per hour, and speeds today can reach up to 140. Riders plow into turns, using their foot as a rudder to maintain high speeds and draft. The sport is the ultimate in high risk and low reward. Riders travel all over the country, often on their own dime, for virtually no payout. Although it took a back seat to the frosted tips of motocross and the thick accents of Euro GP for the last couple of decades, flat track is experiencing a real resurgence as of late.
What a fabulous turnout we have. You guys are doing a wonderful job supporting the series, and we all know how important tonight's race is to the dirt track in general. I mean, eyes from all over the world will be here watching you. Now, don't forget, we'll get in to practice and qualifying, and then we have our open pit area to be able to let the fans come in and meet you guys, the stars.
It's our Daytona 500 or Indianapolis 500. We've got an awful lot of foreign European press here today. And, you know, our world champions grew up dirt track racing.
Right.
So all these Europeans want to know, how did these guys get so fast?
Sure.
So they want to come and witness for themselves how these guys grew up and what the art of sliding the motorcycle is all about.
Right.
Because that's what the Americans took to Europe.
And how long have you been involved in the sport?
I was a professional racer myself for 26 years, won 23 national championship events, and had a great career. I retired at the end of '99, and the AMA Pro Racing brought me on board.
Well, that's great. You're the man to show us around then. That's killer.
Absolutely. So. First of all, everybody comes, they get here, they unload, they go through tech inspection, and our tech inspector puts a number on the bike. And each bike also, when it goes through tech inspection, we put a little transponder on the motorcycle, because each time the riders cross over the finish line, it starts the clock on that particular motorcycle. That's how we determine who the fast qualifier is, and they get 3 sessions on the racetrack prior to race time. The first time is a practice session, just to go out and get the feel of the racetrack and figure out what adjustments I'm going to have to make to my motorcycle. Then the second time, they're actually qualifying. We'll see if we can find Chris CARR. Brian, I'd like you to meet 7-time Grand National Champion Chris CARR.
What's up, man? How are you? Nice to meet you.
He won the Lucas Oil Indy Mile last year, but he's got another milestone he's looking for today, and I think we ought to ask him what that is.
What is that, Chris?
If I get on the podium, it'll be my 200th visit to the top 3 on the box.
Can you believe that?
Looking
200 times.
200 times.
What's your day like now, your typical day, getting ready? Obviously, there's qualifying, your practice runs and all that. Can you kind of take us through your day?
For me, it's, there's no set routine. For the most part, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about how I'm going to win that 25-lap race, and all the other stuff I'm on autopilot on.
Sure.
But my focus right now is not so much on you guys, but how am I going to get to that checkered flag first after 25 miles?
Of course.
This is why he's 7-time Grand National Champion, is being able to figure out, because you've had 20 laps to see who you can draft by, if you can come from 3rd to 1st. I mean, how does that all play out in a rider's head? That's what determines, in my mind, who wins this race tonight.
I mean, there's so many different variables. We're in a 100-mile-an-hour average chess match out there. We're trying to outsmart the other guy. That's kind of the aura of flat track. It's really, that's the beauty of it for me. It's the thinking part of it.
You're not going to believe it. Come on down here. Let me show you somebody else.
It's been a while since I won a race, actually 2 years, but Joe Cobb and Chris CARR, they're definitely, guys to beat here for sure. And, everybody wants to win.
The thing, Ryan, is it's consistency. I mean, you haven't won a race, but I mean, you're not leading the points by a fluke. You've been so darn consistent at all different types of racetracks.
Biggest thing is definitely to stay consistent, like Steve said. Consistency's top 3 is where we want to be, and we want to make sure when that white flag drops, you want to at least try to see if you can lead it off 4 or if you can draft at the start-finish line, all 4.
See, that's what's so cool. Everybody's got, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of thinking goes on when you're out there on the racetrack.
The strategy's amazing.
And what makes these guys professional is they can get their mind up to speed.
Yeah.
Where in their mind, I might be running 130 mile an hour, but everything seems like it's in slow motion. A lot of, you know, laps will go by that quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at these guys, when they come off the racetrack, they're barely breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
You know, the racing in this is a lot better than motocross. It's the most fun, you know, especially when you have the drive like us racers, you could say, do. You know, nothing else matters.
Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, man. We really will. It's going to be a blast. So we're here in the infield at the Indy Mile. We spent the better part of the morning meeting some of the racers, but right now we're a few minutes before qualifying and practice runs, so everyone's kind of hunkering down. We're going to let them be and look forward to seeing them tonight.